Greetings RC fans, Sharky here and welcome back to Sharky's Garage. Today we've got something pretty special, something I've been waiting for rather a long time and something that isn't quite as stock as it looks on the box. So this is my FTX Mauler. It is second hand, it has already been blown up once and you've already seen it blown up once because this used to belong to my brother Phil at, my brother from another mother, Phil at TomleyRC. I bought it from him, so it's not a gift or anything like that. And he blew it up after running it through mud. So let's get down to what it is as standard and what's been changed on it. Now, it's a massive box. The car isn't as big as that, but it is 1/10 and it is quite long. Anyway, let me have some coffee. Because what would a video be that talks about something to do with me and to do with Phil without having coffee in it? Right, so what hasn't changed? So we can see here, length 480, width 280, height 210, 2,800 grams. Well, that might have changed slightly. The wheelbase is 3,500 millimeters. Gear ratio is 1:48. Tyre diameter is 140. Well, that's going to change because the wheels off my FTX Receiver going on here. That's why they were bought. The wheel diameter is 54 millimeters. They're 2.2, and the ground clearance is 84 millimeters. It has got a 2.4 gigahertz radio system. It says on here waterproof 45 amp 2-in-1 crawler speed controller. Well, it's not anymore. Phil has upgraded it for me to a 60 amp Hobbywing system. It also says waterproof axle mounted 9 kilogram servo. That also has been upgraded to a 25 kilogram servo. And it also says a brushed RC 540 motor. That also has been upgraded. It's now onto a 550 motor. It didn't come with the wall charger and the 7.2 nickel metal hydride. I don't need it. Ball bearings throughout. Super soft 2.2 high profile tyres. Yep, they're going possibly on the Ravine, possibly elsewhere. Rigid multiple adjustable frame chassis. Low centre of gravity centre 3 gear high torque transmission, front and rear locked axles, telescopic sliding universal shafts, oil filled shock absorbers, multi-link suspension, scale finished wheels, scale moulded roll cage and body panels. Needs 4 AA batteries, and it also needs some other so a lipo or a lithium ion, which is what I'm going to run it on. I have already done a video with this because I got invited by Phil to join him down at the BERCC, and he handed this over. I did record a video there, so I do know how this performs. That's coming up in another video in a few weeks' time. Right, so looking at it there, you can see here, got a drop on the front, and we'll show you more in that in real time. Battery tray at the back, that's all been switched around to get more weight to the front. I have got some larger batteries coming, which will give me plenty of go there. It's a gorgeous looking thing and I've been after one for a while. Yes, it is the yellow one because obviously that's the one that Phil had. I am after the blue body, if anybody knows where that comes from. There is also another body option that I am looking at, and I'll possibly show you that a bit later in the video. Right, let's stop talking about the box, or maybe not. Let's see what else there is on the box. That on that end. Let's have a look at the other side. The other side looks just like this side, but it's got the French and German on it because FTX is a English brand from CML. So check them out at ftxrc.com. So this is called Dayglow Yellow. Right, let's get it out of the box. Right, there we go. So let's see if we can find an angle where we've got most of it in frame. There we go. and we can talk about it. Yay. Right, so comes with a manual, which hasn't been opened. It's got a bind plug in there as well. There, aerial lead. We'll put that to one side because it's not quite as that anymore. So, up front here, see there, it has got a 25 kilo digital servo on it. I'll show you from the top in a bit. It also has got access from the rear to the switches and stuff, which we'll show you in a second. Flip it over. There we go, that's a nice angle. So you can see here it's got the 550 motor in it. I don't know whether you can see, there we go. Seeing there, open gears, the telescoping things. Yeah, so I'm pretty happy with this. It's exactly what I wanted. What it has got in it, essentially, the RGT brought out the version 2 of this because this FTX is very similar, different electronics and stuff, to the RGT Rockhammer, which is why I'm after the RGT Rockhammer body, because it's blue and it will fit straight on. And you know what I'm like with blue. But RGT have brought out a version 2, essentially, of this, which they have called the Trample. And all of the running gear, including the electronics that Phil's put in this, have come out of the Trample, apart from the Hobbywing. So the 550 motor is out of the Trample. The rest of the electronics, the receiver, is out of the Trample. So that's all been switched over. Right, I'm going to take the body up because it hinges at the front and show you what's inside. Right, so you've got 4 body pins, 2 at the front here, 2 at the back here, and it hinges onto the front bit here. We can now show you what's inside, so we can see. Let's see if I can find an angle you can see. So let's do that instead. So under here is, I don't know whether you can still see it, is a 25 kilo servo. The battery section has been moved to the front, which will get me more weight over the front axle, and I'm going to use a hard case. I've got 2 hard case batteries, 2S batteries. Now, this will run on the 2-cell lithium ion, which is what you'll see on my video that I've done of this running out at the BERCC that you'll see in a couple of weeks. It's this battery it used. So it will run on a 2-cell lithium ion. It will also run on a 2-cell lipo, which I'm going to run it on today, so we've got a bit more punch. It will also run on a 3S, but I don't have a 3S with the Deans, so I've got a XT60 to Deans connector because this has got a Deans on it. Right, putting the batteries to one side. It has got lights on it. I'll show you those in a minute. Looking into the back here, so it's got a Hobbywing in the back here. This is 60 amp Hobbywing. Okay, and the other cool thing that Phil's done is where he's mounted the on-off switch, which means it's accessible through there to switch it on and off, because that's one of the pain in the bottoms with a lot of trucks, is where you switch them on and off. So I've got an open gearbox system, so we shouldn't have anything caught. Just need to keep an eye on that and keep it dashed off. You can see it's got the RGT there we go, receiver there. So it's got a separate receiver and see, because obviously it's running the that controller, which I believe is TomleyRC, but it's got blue in it, and everybody knows that I like my blue, and Phil knows that I like my blue, which is why he's got a blue Hobbywing and he's got blue in there, and it automatically came with the blue shocks. So yeah, it's going blue. What a surprise. So that's that. I will pop a battery in it and turn it on. Just because the straps are rather large and stuff, I've actually put all 3 of the batteries in just to hold everything in place, and also put a bit more weight on the front. Won't be a problem when I get the actual batteries that I want to run in this, but obviously time and all the rest of it. Also, top tip, when it comes to putting the thing on, make sure you pull these out, because they will stop the rear post seating. So you pull these out to clip round the body. I'll show you underneath. So what I'm on about is here, I don't know how well you can see. See these? They just clip round there, just behind that piece of chassis there. Both sides, yeah? So it gets that done. And then always turn your controller on first, which has got batteries in it, and a blue flashing light. And then when I reach in the back here, and we are done on that, put that at the back. Another interesting fact, 46 is my current age. So yeah, interesting thing that I can keep. It has got some punch because of the lipo. I'm going to turn it and turn the lights on. 1 second. So it should be channel 3. There we go. I don't know whether that's got a mode on it. There's perhaps some modes on it. So yeah, most of the time I'll be running them off, but if I'm going out with the RC Misfits on night runs, I'm also probably, I've got a thing, I'm probably going to mount a light bar up here below the level of this, but across here. Below the level of the roof, but just across here, so that I've got a bit more light on the front of it, because I bought some light bars, because I've been planning this for a while. Right, time to take it outside and see how it runs, and test it over the ramp and see what happens running it on 2S, because I haven't run it on 2S. So initially I'm going to run this off a static mount, just to give it a bit of a run round and see how we do, and then I'll switch to one on my controller. So we've got a fixed angle here. Let's just... Have I got that in there? Yeah. Right, you're gonna have to tip it over. And this of course is only on 2S. Car coming through. Right, let's do the height test thing. Right, We'll start with the 2 inch because there's no point with the 1 inch, we know it's going to do that. So lining it up for the 2 inch. I mean, the thing is, it may do all of this because it is very capable. Yeah. Straight onto the 3. Actually, I'm going to go for the 4. Yeah, there's the 4, and you should be able to see some of the axle twist there. Let's go for 5. Line it up for 5. Yeah. Okay, now we'll try the big one. 5 and 7/8. So about 5 and yeah, 7/8. So almost 6. So yeah. It's easy enough to flip it over on 2S. Right, I'm going to pause the video there and I'm going to switch it over onto the mount on my controller. Right, we're now on the controller here, so we'll give this a run. Seems to be cocking wheels quite nicely. Need a little bit of trimming to do. So it's pulling a little bit to the left, so I need to just put a little bit of trim. 1 second. Okay. Cocking the front wheel on the launch there. Hopefully I got that. Car. Obviously this note gravel is no problem for this. Some more weight on the front. Right, let's try it on 3S. Right, here we go on 3S. Wow, that is substantially quicker. Right, I'm going to try the jumps, so I'll probably switch back to the yeah, that's what I thought was going to happen. Right, I'm going to try the jump, so I'm going to flip this back over, try it on the jump and put it back on the static mount. Right. We're going to see how this goes. I'm going to go and stand behind it so that I'm running it thing, and I'll try running it towards me as well, but we'll see how this goes. my driving, not great. Can't turn sharp but flat out on this, otherwise you flip it over. Lifting an axle, you've got to ease into it, otherwise it steers off. I need to do a nice long run so I can get it flat out. Try one more pass. Over again. I want to get a decent jump pass on this for you guys. Not to run it on 3S normally, but right guys, that's it for today. Thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to do the usual things, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you all again next time.